What's going on, people? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Tuesday night call-in show, because I know that's why you're here, because you guys have a whole lot to say about this last episode, season 20, episode 2 of Sister Wives. Real quick, I got to tell you that I started watching Seeking Sister Wives. Hot damn mess. Hot damn mess. Um What's going on? Hey, Lizzie B. If you guys can hear me, you can see me. Hit that one. Let me know that you guys can hear me and you can see me. And I'm coming through loud and clear. I will put the let me here. Okay, excellent. Thank you guys for putting those ones in. Appreciate you. Lizzie B gifted one My Take on Reality membership. All right out the gate. Thank you so much, Lizzie B. I appreciate you. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Here's a little something for Lizzie B. All right. So here's the link. Thank you for the ones. Appreciate it. You guys don't understand how important that is, because there's been more than a few times I've been sitting there talking to myself in very animated fashion, which is always a little weird when you realize that's what you were doing. All right. But here's the link. If you guys want to join on, that's awesome. Let me pin it to the top. Awesome. Yeah, I'm a little curious. Like I said, we've already started the season, and like so far, what I'm curious about is folks call in and talk about this episode. Where are you with regard to the season, the episode, the series? Is it okay? Is it all that you hoped it would be? Is it the same old, same old? Like, because I'm really curious about it, just from the respect of, like, I feel like, at least in the last season or two, I've been very hard on um, the show itself, like in my assessments. And some people look at it and be like, James, it's almost like you don't like Sister Wives anymore and you want them to fail. That's not it. That's not it. I stand on the fact that, as a fan of the show or a person who watches the show, I want the show to do well. And if I don't say anything, as in my opinion, they're dropping the ball, then I'm not a supporter of the show. I'm not supporting these ladies. I'm not supporting anybody. If I'm just going to sit around and, oh, this is so interesting, there's so much stuff going, there's so much stuff going on. It's amazing. It's, oh wow, it's all them hidden secrets. Yeah, and then I have to tell you what the secrets are. You understand what I mean? They're at a point now where it's season 20, trying to reintroduce it to a new audience that they thought they were going to be picking up from special forces. I honestly think they're going to be dropping the ball when it comes down to it. So there's that. There's that. But we'll get cracking into the giving you guys the opportunity to have your piece. I'm going to just for time's sake, I have to put you guys on a bit of a timer, just so you're aware, because I want to be able to get as many people as possible if folks want to call in and talk. And I also want to try to keep the live from going in like 4 hours. So I'm cutting back on the 4-hour lives. I'm going on a live diet, if you will, a time diet. So I can't find my thing. Hey, hold on a second. Where's my? I feel like it's a surprise. All right, here we go. All right, so I'll give see, 1 minute, 30 seconds. I'll give everybody 2 minutes, and then after minute 30, I'll let you know that you got 30 seconds, and then that'll be that. Oh, here's my my John. Hold on, before we get too far gone. Here's my John.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
And yeah. And yeah, and like I said, I want you guys to be honest about where you are as far as the show is concerned. Like as far as like the recap, I mean, let's be honest. Unless I'm assuming that most of the people, in fact, let's before we get into, because I want to give everybody a fair shot at the at calling in. And so I don't want to have like new information pop up and then folks didn't get a chance to respond to it. So I'm going to ask a simple question. Ask a simple poll question. Very simple poll question. Are you new to Sister Wives? All right. So I'm asking that question because that helps to alleviate some of the confusion. Like, so we don't have to restate stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Because we're all on the same page. We all on the same page. So if folks are like, I'm 100% new. I've never watched the Sister Wives. I'm just interested in finding out about these weirdos. Then we can run the line of like how Cody is not how he appears to be, or the gentleman that he purports himself to be on Special Forces. We could talk in depth about that. But right now, like I think most of the people, if not all the people who have tuned into the show, are intimately familiar with all the stupid shit that Cody, Robin, and even like the OG3 to a lesser degree, lesser extent, have been doing. So, with that being said, like I want to have a real look and a real conversation about where the show is now. Because I don't, I mean, again, I'm not trying to bash the show, but I am fully aware, especially based on a lot of the comments, that if the cast members aren't watching um YouTubers talk about the show, they're hearing about it either from friends, family, or like I said before, it's more likely that like I probably got interns watching, people like non-paid interns. Watch these YouTubers, see what they saying, what the feel is, and how they feel about the episodes. And I want to be very honest and tell them, like, because if I had their phone numbers, I would call them up directly and tell them, like, you guys are messing up. Because this show is like, I don't know. I'll give you guys the opportunity to say your piece about where it is. But we had the poll open for about 2 minutes. We had 31 votes. That's about half. So we had 100% of the people saying no, we're not new. Um, yeah, yeah. So we'll just jump right into it. We'll open up with Betty. What's going on, Betty? How you doing?
Oh, hey, sweetie, how are you doing? I'm
Doing
gonna do
well.
my Mississippi fast talk so I get other people in. I
Uh,
have only 3 points, and I'll try to make them quick for you. One being like this season, how it's going proves from last season, and this season, and the future seasons they've lost their humility. All of them, except for maybe Janelle because she's been humbled. But
mm-hmm.
when you lose your humility, life will humble your ass. So be careful.
Right.
And like I mean that's David, Christine. That's all of them acting. I mean, just some of the things they say and do is just like, okay, you're forgetting where you came from. Remember to be humble. I don't give a
Yeah.
damn who you are, because God will humble your ass quick. And then the other would be Mary. Like, really, she was so condescending to the gentleman there, and talking about the way they dress. I went back and looked. I didn't see anybody in sweats and tennis shoes showing up. Looked like they come from the gym.
Mm-hmm.
They were in jeans and t-shirt, or not t-shirt, but button downs. None of them
Right.
look. And then when she talked to the young man, talking about, I could be your mother, but that's who she connected with. I'm like, okay, and how do you know he's not interested in older women? Like,
Right.
that's very condescending. And that would have immediately said, okay, well, then why am I talking to you? Dude. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, and like, she has no business acumen. Her business acumen is selling overpriced clothes I can buy at Target or Walmart for $15 cheaper
Mm-hmm.
and go get them myself. Uh, like,
No.
just a condescension when she spent her whole life running around this asshole. selling stuff, moving, giving away her property, giving away money. Well, and then the last thing, then I'll shut up because I know you hadn't had a chance to talk, but I'm trying to get that mini 30 in.
No,
Is
no.
and y'all, I love y'all. You know I love you. Um, being from the South, it really kind of, I know they're safe and sound because we've seen them, but just David's dumbass saying, "Oh, just drive straight to the tornado," that pissed me off. It's like, no. Do you know how many people die every single year in cars trying to outrun a tornado, and they had children in the car? The first thing they should have said was seek shelter, get to safety. Don't keep going down the highway. That's the dumbest shit you can possibly do.
Right, right,
I call my kids now in Mississippi, and I'm up here, and let them know, okay, well, y'all need to get to the lowest level of your home if, you know, stay away from windows because it's no joke.
right, right, right. It's
I
not
mean,
heavy rain.
is that just maybe they don't live in tornado prone areas, but when you come from that, there's been way too many people that have died from that. Just simply stupidity. You cannot outrun a tornado. You simply
Right.
can't.
Especially when you're in the tornado. Like if you're in the
Yeah.
path, you're fucked. Like you know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, like, you kind of know if you're in the path, but you have the time and to get
Right,
away. But when you've got that hell bouncing around and stuff, get off the highway. Seek shelter, especially
right,
when you can hear the babies in the back. Like, how fucking, oh, pardon my language, I'm sorry. Like, you can't be that damn stupid. Get
right.
off the road, and hopefully we'll see that they did. But, like, they kill me with that. I want to be a tornado chaser and go chase them. Okay? And watch the shows. Do you know how many die every year?
And
With or without fame, there's people who die doing this.
right,
And there's scientists who actually have the equipment. It's not for the thrill.
right,
Because
right,
God knows I'm from Mississippi, and if you tell me one's coming, my ass will be on the porch looking like, where? Where is it? Meanwhile, I shove my kids in the closet, pillows and blankets, everything on top.
right, right. Well,
Because
thank
they
you
can
so
be like,
much for the wisdom. Appreciate you.
like I said, I was trying to talk fast, and I didn't even let you get a word in edgewise. I'm so sorry.
No, no, no. That's what you got to do it. I appreciate it.
But you know me, I get long winded, so I was trying to talk that Mississippi fast. All right, I love you, and on to the next caller, baby.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too, baby. I'll be listening.
All right. Yeah, it's a great that's a little PSA from Betty. And I think that actually deserves some strong note that if you are like if there's a reason why when they give tornado warnings, because for people who might not be from the area, if you're ever driving through somewhere and they say that a tornado is coming, if you're on the road, tornadoes don't give a shit about roads. They don't follow traffic control devices, and they will, like she said, if you're in a car, people have been picked up in tornadoes in their car, getting tossed down the street. So it's thing and then projectiles. If they have if it's a tree branch or a stick or whatever, those things are traveling anywhere from 150 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour. They go through your windshield, in the windshield, out your back windshield, and go through everybody in the car. So it's just like she said, there's no courage in that. Like, oh, we're gonna be a storm chaser. They're not doing it for thrills. 9 times out of 10, what they're doing is they're trying to track them to see how they act, see how they react, what's going on. They're studying them. They're not just out there chasing them for fun. And like she said, people get killed every year because tornadoes will change direction. Just because it's going east to west, 1 minute it'll flip around and go back the other way. It'll go north to south. Like it's crazy. They're unpredictable. So the best thing you can do is hide away. But on to the next caller. We have Sharon in the house. What's going on, Sharon?
Oh, not a whole lot, Brother James. How are you this evening?
Doing well.
Yeah, see, if there's one coming, they don't have to worry where I'm at because I won't be there no more. I promise you.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm out. Though.
Yeah, I follow directions. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I live in North Carolina. I'm in the western part of North Carolina. So I'm like about an hour and a half out of Charlotte, so
Mm,
gives you an idea of where I'm at. we get the hurricanes up here. You'd think, okay, you don't get the hurricanes up, up here near the, the base of the mountains kind of thing. But hey, can you say Helene?
Hmm.
She came through here and wreaked havoc. So yeah, something like that's going on, man. Me and mine's out. I'm out like a fat kid playing dodgeball. Got to go. So as far as sister wise, I mean, I've been in it from the beginning, kind of thing, watching it as it went along. To me, it's not really changed a whole lot. I mean, it has, as far as Christine's left and all three have left and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, the scenes, the week to week episodes, some of them's a little more exciting, some of them's a little less exciting. I mean, Cody's always gonna be an ass, Robin's always gonna be a heifer. I mean,
Mm.
it is what it is, kind of thing. Even the flashbacks and stuff, they've done those for years. I mean, for years, flashing back to things that happened just to remind people or to pick up those people, the new people that hadn't seen things. Um, for those that live in the Eastern Standard Time at 10:07 tonight, they're doing the episode 2 again with the bonus scene. So if anybody wants to watch, Cody and wanting to move, his heart's broke and all that, and having been bringing up Big G. Now, see, I'm gonna tell you, I know he's a daddy, and I get it because I lost a kid, but the way he acts on here and the way he does, and not trying to get together with his kids, man, he got some nerve to say that. He just does.
Hmm. Hmm.
He just, I mean, in my mind, it's like, dude, step up. Whatever's going on, let it go. Let that ego go and get back with your kids, man. Because like you don't never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Uh, and him running from his problems, I'm going to tell you, the show he's on, the other show he's on, all they got to do is say, we're going to have a foot race. And all you got to do is run from your problems. Cody's winning. Cody be winning. You tell him his problems is chasing him, he's out. He's gone.
You're right. You'll get it done.
Yeah. And then Lord Robin. I mean, she just, it's all her. That's just all you can say is it's all her.
Right.
Jen made the same joke that the guy in the show about, he said he had two wives, not at the same time, when she was pretending with her on the first show, on the first episode this season. She said, yeah, I had four wives. He said, I had four wives, just not at the same time. So she made the same joke. Mary didn't strike a beat, say a word about it.
Right.
She should at least said, well, if somebody does that, I'm not going to be happy with it. I mean, that kind of thing. So you get a little bit of that play back and forth. I'll keep watching it as long as it's on. It's just sometimes there's going to be exciting and things that's going to keep you hyped up, and sometimes there's just not.
Right. 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 No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your opinion. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Brother
That was
James,
awesome.
for listening. Peace out. You have a good evening.
All right. You have a great
And
night.
and thank you for keeping it real, brother.
No, I appreciate that because I one of the challenges I still have to do. I have a couple videos I have to do, but like one of the challenges I have is that I'm seeing a lot of attention being paid to folks who are outright, clickbaiting folks or just downright lying about what's going on. Oh, Robin and Cody have to give up $12 million to the OG3. They do not have to pay them any money. Like, and it's just, we gotta, like, if we're gonna be honest about what's going on, we have to be real about what's happening. And that
Yeah.
includes what happened, be fair arbiters by what happened, and we also have to keep it real about where the show is. Because if we enjoy watching the show, it's kind of like if you go to a park and you're like, wow, this is a really nice park. They just built this park in my township, my town, or my city, and this is really nice. If so, you see trash on the ground, you don't step over it. You bend over, pick it up, throw it into a receptacle. You understand what I mean?
Right.
You got to keep it nice because you want it nice. I want the show to function and I want the show to work, but I take it upon myself that if I see something wrong with the show, I'm going to say it. I'm gonna say it.
For real kind of thing. And see, everybody's life ebbs and flows. Sometimes you in the lulls, sometimes you on the mountains, sometimes you in the valley. But all
Right,
that clickbait, whether it's Robin and Cody or any of the rest of them, or TLC or anybody putting that stuff out there, the higher you throw it up in the air and the crazier stuff that you say, and then we come to find out it ain't real, the further down in the valley we gonna drop. Now that'll send me out the door.
right,
Keep
right.
it real now. Keep it real.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things that bother me. 'Cause I'm sorry, I'm this me, guys. I'm doing it, but he went over time. I did. But one of the things
James
that
did. Sharon didn't.
yeah, right, I did. It's on me. But one of the things that, like you said, when you hit the high highs. One of the things that bothers me is that if those like super clickbaity fake stories start to get traction and attention, TLC will notice and they will start trying to run those fake ass storylines out into the regular show.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Oh
be
yeah.
very clear about that. You know,
Well, I'm gonna start something right here. Let's start a petition. I want to kick Cody out the Gen X club because I just don't think brother belongs.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know whose club he needs to be in, but baby, it ain't our Gen X. I'm
Yeah,
just
he don't act
saying.
like a Gen X. He definitely doesn't. He doesn't.
No,
Yeah.
he is not true Gen X for sure. I don't know what generation he belongs in, but it ain't Gen X, baby.
Right. Yeah, he might share maybe the same birthday, but he apparently he didn't hit his mature strides till much later. So maybe he
I'm not
falls to
sure
one
he
of the later
has.
generations. You know.
I'm not sure he has hit his mature stride yet.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Nothing's his fault. Everything is somebody else's fault. So I'm not sure. But yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
No problem, James. Oh yeah, and by the way, you saw that Fire Marshal Bill face again, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? And in fairness, usually TLC will clickbait you with like the advertisements or the promos. And then when they do the actual scene, it's nothing like the promo. They were spot on with the promo, which is disturbing in itself. It was just as bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I'll let the next person come on. Have a good night, James.
All right, you too. Thank you so much. Smiley, I think I'm going to have to start reviewing other shows. I just have to find a show to review because especially anything on TLC right now is kind of dog water. Like like I was doing 90 Day, like I said Sunday. I started the channel doing 90 Day Fiance, and after I finished this season of Happily Ever After, which is on like episode 11, I'm not watching any more 90 Day Fiance content. Like that Hunt for Love shit threw me off. The was it Other Way? Absolutely not. I'm not wasting my time. And like I said, so much of that is like it's an hour and a half. That's a feature film. I'm not watching fake ass storylines with horrible actors when I could sit down and actually watch a decent movie. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll review movies or something. But yeah, more like dog piss. Yeah, right. But let's go to TB. What's going on, TB? How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing very well. Welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you chose me. Okay.
No, you're in
I'm a
there.
first-time caller. I'm a long-time listener.
Okay.
I've always appreciated your perspective. So to me, this season feels like everything is called in. It's just called in. It's a cash grab to me. We've already heard half of this stuff. Christine, when Sister Brides first started,
Right.
I felt like Christine was a complainer. She complained about everything. I was like, she is such a complainer. I really like Janelle and I really like Mary in the beginning. And then, 2016, 2017, here comes Christine. And she was a truth teller. She exposed so much. And she did. And then you start looking at it and it's like Mary, and Janelle they were kind of pushing everything down, as far as like Cody went. I have an appreciation for Christine that I didn't have before. And I feel like she's the truth teller of this family. She was the one that wasn't afraid. Now I feel like Christine kind of feels like she's the it girl in some of this stuff. And especially after this one, I'm Gen X as well, and after that dog situation, I was appalled. I was so worried about that dog.
Yeah.
How could you, it was a tiny dog and maybe it was just placed there. Who knows, especially with AI and all this stuff, you don't know what's real, but I was really worried about the dog and she wasn't, especially after, there's so much stuff on social media about Robin kicking, the dog, the older dog. And then she's like, what is this, a rat? So I had a problem with Christine in this.
Right.
But I don't know. I did. I truly had an issue with it. So, I don't know how other people feel about that. But, I still like her. I'm kind of nervous about this. I'm not sure what I should actually say. Those are kind of...
Well, let me just ask you this. Where do you think the show is going from this point forward? Do you would you watch the show no matter what they do, or
no?
Is it kind of wearing on you a little bit, like the repetitive nature of some of the storylines, and they're kind of beating a lot of this stuff to death?
No, like I said, this is a cash grab.
Right.
I feel like this is a death rattle, I have a couple of, actually I have 4 YouTube, I don't know, influencers or whoever, whatever, that cover Sister Wives that I watch. You're my number one.
Oh, thank you.
I really like your take on it. And I agree with you most of the time. But I that's just what I feel like it is. And so I watched last week and it was just like, this is ridiculous. It's so contrived. That whole thing with Mary and we all know that cameras were right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's so ridiculous. And so, but at the same time, maybe there's a part of me that just wants to see Cody and Robin get their upcomings. That's what I want. That's what I want. I just want them to feel our wrath.
Yeah.
How we feel about them. As far as how they treated their kids, it's ridiculous. This guy, everybody says that he's a narcissist and blah, 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 blah. He is a freaking wimp. All he wants to do is feel like a man,
Right.
I don't know. And Robin, who knows what to think about her? Whenever somebody tells you, how do I say this? Somebody told me one time, if you're confused about situations, it's because people are deceiving you,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're just lying to us. We don't know what's happening, how they really feel, all of it. All of Cody and Robin's conversations, it feels contrived. It's all rehearsed. It's all, how many times they go to dinner and talk about, should we become, are we monogamous or are we polygamous?
Yeah, they've
How
had
many
that
times can we
conversation.
sit through that?
At least by my count, at least 5 separate times. Like once on the side of the mountain when they were when they were standing in the back of the house where they had a little square carved out. They were talking about being monogamous.
Oh, yeah.
When they went to dinner at least 2 or 3 times to talk about being a monogamist. When they rode the ATVs, the power sports.
Oh, yeah.
Up to Coyote Pass, they were talking about being a monogamist.
Yeah.
Like if you have to ask
already been
your
2
wife,
times this season.
You have to ask your wife several times whether she's willing to be with you by herself. The answer, my friend, is no.
Well, I've heard other people that talk about this, they're saying Robin really feels like she's a polygamist, blah, 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 blah. Okay, first of all, Robin was in a marriage and she said she was never, she doesn't know how to live like this. She was a freaking monogamous when she was with Preston. I don't want to bring up his name. I mean, I respect him, but that's what it was. He didn't want to be a polygamist. Maybe she did, maybe blah, 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 blah. I don't know. But before she came into the sister wife situation, she didn't know what a polygamist was. She didn't know how these people lived. Cody, she saw their family, blah, 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 blah. And she saw how they lived, but she didn't want to live in the situation. Evidently they invited her in. I don't know. I don't know this for fact, but she wanted to live on her own, so she could have Cody to herself. This girl never wanted to be a polygamist. This is a storyline. It's all contrived. And it's really hard to watch, but at the same time, I watched it since the beginning. And so I just want to see how it ends. But at the same time, it's all fake. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
So,
yeah, we're watching wrestling. But thank you so much thanks for calling in, giving your opinion. I appreciate it. Excellent first call, by the way.
Thank you.
Let me give you a little something because this is your first time in. Excellent. All right.
Thanks, James.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Awesome. Yeah, you know what? It does strike me too. I'm going to bring up Ari next, and then I got Megatron. But it does strike me based on, like, even with what TB was saying, and something I've been thinking about before. The difference between Smiley said James looked bored even talking about these people. It's not that I'm bored. It's just that like I think we've reached the end of the internet. I think that when it comes to one of the dangers of doing reality TV as opposed to being an actor or performer in another type of like scripted show is when you're doing reality shows, you can run out of story. Like you've told your story, like it's reached its end. Like there's nothing else really for you to say, nothing of interest or of note. Like, yeah, sure, you might hit certain milestones in your life, like buying a house, having a baby, losing a parent or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, that's not television worthy, right? And I don't want to be an asshole about it, but you get what I'm saying. And I think that when I look at Sister Wives, I think that they've hit a point where they've told their story. They don't have a story to tell. This is it, right? And as TB was saying, so much of it, and this is something I was saying last season, 2 seasons ago, once all the wives leave, any connection that the wives have with each other and especially with Cody and Robin, all of that will be contrived because they absolutely have no reason to contact one another. The only people who might be in any kind of communication would be Christine and Cody, and that's with regard to Truly. Everybody else, the kids are all grown. They're spread out all over the country. It's not like they're going to run into each other at the grocery store or at a PTA meeting. They have no reason, unless you want to talk to them. In being in relationships myself, and when those relationships end, I'm not necessarily looking to contact my ex. You know what I mean? Oh, we need to eat Thanksgiving dinner, yo. Like, that's not a thing. So it's all super contrived. Even with part of the reason why they're dragging out Cloudy Pass as much as they are is because they don't have anything else to talk about. That's it. Like, I think they've reached the end of it. Now, if you're an actor and you're playing a role, like you're doing a movie. I remember a great actor, fantastic actor, James Spader, nice guy. He did a show called Boston Legal. He did a show called The Practice, which morphed into Boston Legal. And then once that show ended, he played the same character on both of those shows because he's a wonderful actor. Once those shows ended, he started another show, fantastic show, Blacklist, where he played a completely different character. And he stayed working the whole time because he was able to make that transition. He once they ran out of story to be told about this particular character, lawyer in Boston. Once they ran out of that story, you know what he did? He became a different person who had a different story, who had a different thing to tell, and he started off fresh with Cody, Christine, Mary, Janelle, Robin. They don't have another character that they can switch to. They don't have another. This is it. So, unfortunately for them, I think that this might be it. Let me get to the super chats. We had some super chats come in, and then we're gonna go right to Ari. We had unlimited lipstick with $6.99 super chat. What's going on, Janet? Shopping, shopping, shopping. Robin acting like they need a bigger house so his kids can come visit. They got hotels. They can stay at the house with us. They have hotels. You don't need to blow your money. You don't have to blow the whole bank trying to, provide rooms and bedrooms and land for everybody. Okay, Robin, walking the property, spreading her good energy. She's a snake. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. That whole thing was ridiculous. It was silly. And the one thing, and this was mentioned earlier, and then I'm going to get to, like I said, Ari and Megatron. They're in the queue. But thank you so much, Janet. And then we're going to get into one of my pet peeves from the episode. We're going to go right into the callers. But when Cody was sitting there talking about buying a new house because he's so sad about this house and so much has happened, he got a phone call about one of his children passing at this house, which is why he wanted to move. And right then, this is how I felt. This is how I felt.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's right.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Played yourself. Because I can accept most of it. Cody, how many times has Cody moved? Like, they talked about it when they moved to Arizona. They were talking about how much they moved, and Robin was saying we need to just put roots down, and we can't move, and I'm not moving no more, because that's what Cody do. Cody always moves. They were in Vegas. They decided to move. They were all living in the same neighborhood, little neighborhood. They decided not to do that no more because Cody had the itch to move. They always move. So for him to invoke his son in that bullshit as an excuse, I took offense to that. Like, if you want to move, fucker, move. You're old. You're a grown-ass man. If you want to move, I don't want to live here no more. I suspect that's why you're giving the wives their little 25% of Cowdy pass. You're still taking a huge chunk of it, you and Robin, 50% of it. But you're doing that because you don't want them to try to have any stake when you do sell a McMansion and try to buy a new house. That's what I feel. Can't prove it, but that's what I feel. And I suspect that in like 2 or 3, give them all 2 or 3 books, and they'll tell you that that's exactly what it was. But don't blame Garrison as to why you moving. Like, that was unnecessary, in my opinion. I mean, which is worth, that and $2 to get you a cup of coffee. All right, but just a quick update on the poll. I'm gonna close the poll down. Just ask, are you new to Sister Wives? 100% of you said no. So we don't have to retread a lot of the old topics or issues or whatever, because everybody here is aware of it. But it's just that one part of it really got me. But thank you guys so much for participating in the poll. Next up, we have Ari, then Megatron, and then Carmel Cuties. What's going on, Ari? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
I was just sitting on backstage, and I'm like, dang, James said everything that I wanted to say. When it comes to the show, I like in the beginning that it was family orientated. It was about the family doing things, staged or not. But now it's like nobody wants to talk to each other. They don't have real relationships with each other. The children don't want to film. So it's like, what do we have left? And once Coyote Pass is over, there's nothing to argue about anymore. And I just feel like if it's not them trying to really reunite the family, TLC or the family, just let it go, because it's too hurtful to see Cody get on every week and talk about the kids can come to me, and he's not even trying with no effort.
Right.
And I'm just tired of Robin sitting there acting like she don't know nothing. And it's like every time she plays this shy role, I don't know nothing, it comes out. What solidified it for me is when Robin sat there at that bench with them when when Cody was finally, releasing Mary. And he said, this was our covenant. So from the beginning, Robin, you knew this man did not love these women in that way. And you wanted him to break it off instead of letting you waste your life. You wanted to know ahead of time, like, if you don't love me, let me go. So it's like every time I see Robin saying, I don't know why this is like this, and I don't know nothing, and I want to help the family, it's a lie. You want to help solidify your family's wealth and the next generation for your children, because you don't really care about the other kids. You never have.
Right.
Right.
Well, because just real quick, I'm gonna time her out, guys, so don't be flipping. Pause the clock. Just on a point you just made, there is because I heard from one of the previous callers said that there are other creators who are saying it. Oh, Robin always wanted polygamy. Robin didn't always want polygamy. What Robin wants is a pyramid scheme version of polygamy, where she's sitting at the top of the pyramid and you have these other wives playing at the bottom of the pyramid, paying in to the pyramid. So she wanted the incomes to hit her bank account so she could the family fund, so she could take that money. But if she was about polygamy and she was so desperate and desirous of a polygamous relationship, she would have encouraged Cody, when those wives started leaving, to run out and start picking up women. There are women in that church that Cody has access to. Those women will be younger and they won't be able to pay in like these other three women were. You know what I mean? They won't pay like these three geezers, but they trust and believe. These young girls that they got out here now, they on something different, bro. Like, that whole I'm the favorite wife, I'm the sex wife, that's clean out the window. I mean, with they pull them bad boys off the bench. So nope.
and I just had one more other thing to say.
Sure.
When it comes to Robin, like, let me see, to her kids, like, I know Solomon and Ari are young, so they can't probably reach out to the family because Robin is there. But I know Brianna, Aurora, Dayton, all of them watch the show or maybe watch clips. They see the other side and see that they're saying, we want to have a relationship with you. We want to communicate. And for them not to even try, it just shows me that they don't really care. And they like how things are for them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good point too, because like you said, let's keep in mind, they are adults, and you can't tell me, as children they had cell phones,
right?
They had their own cell phones, so when they go off to school, they're talking to strangers. If you could go to school, go into the world, and talk to strangers, you could pick up the phone and call your brothers and sisters. I mean, if that's what you chose to do. Like I said, they don't have a relationship with the OG-13 because they choose not to.
They choose not to.
Right. I think that's an excellent point.
And just one more thing. For the future, I just feel like Robin and Cody need to just stop playing. Y'all had something happen tragic to your family, and it's life-changing. And for them not to even want to even reach out, skip they have to come to me. You may not get that chance. And for him to not want to take these opportunities to even form some type of relationship, even with Mary, like, I don't want to talk to Mary. You don't have to want to talk to her, but because things happen, that was your ex-wife, at least, every now and again, reach out to her. And he doesn't even want to do that. That just shows the character that he has.
Right.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't even be like a crazy difficult fix. And strike that, redirect. What makes that difficult is the fact that he would actually have to take some accountability for his part in why they don't speak. And that isn't because that's not him not doing it because it's too hard. That's him not doing it because he doesn't either one have the maturity, he doesn't have the self-awareness, and he doesn't have the courage to just sit there and accept that weight. One of the craziest things, especially as I was talking about my previous video about his entrance into the manosphere verse, especially I think he's making a push to try to be a YouTube manosphere person. They always talk about the responsibility that men have and how tough we are and how we take on all this weight and all the weight of the world. My question is, you can't take on this weight when it comes to your kids. Let it be on you. If they're important to you and this is something you genuinely want to do, clearly they're not important to you. But if they were important to you and this is something you want to do, then you take the weight on. You put that on your shoulders and say, you know what? No matter whose fault it was, it's on me. And I'll ride that out. But I just want to be able to pick up the phone and have a conversation with you guys. If that's what you need, I can be the bad guy. He's willing to be the bad guy for us. And this is the jacked up part about it. You're willing to be the bad guy for a bunch of strangers for a TV show. But when it comes to your kids and those relationships, you aren't willing to do anything.
Yeah.
You're not willing to be even the slightest bad guy or the guy who's responsible. And that's sick.
That's sick. Yeah. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna let you get
Well,
back.
you said a whole mouthful, Ari.
I talk fast. I know. I'm scared to see the comments. I know I talk fast.
No, you done did it.
Okay. Thank you, James.
Thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. All right. Ari just nailed it down. But I mean, brings up some good points. Like if Cody wants to have these relationships with these kids, it's on him. Like the ball is in your court. And you could tell, and I don't know about the rest of the kids. I'm just saying, going off of my vibe, because I go off of vibe sometimes. I'm going off my vibe with what I saw with Madison. Madison is heartbroken. That young lady is heartbroken about her father. Like she lost her brother and she's heartbroken because she lost her father. And the sad part is I heard somebody say this and it annoyed me when I heard it, but I agreed with the point that in some instances she found herself in a situation where she had to say goodbye to somebody and didn't bury him. You understand what I mean? Like he's so toxic to her that she can't be around him and she can't deal with him, but she misses who he was and what he meant to her. And the loss of that and not realizing that this is something that your kids will never experience with their grandfather hurts. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy sauce. I'm sorry. Let me just check one thing. Oh, Betty Aldridge. She had a piece out. Betty Aldridge, $5 super chat. Gotta run. Dinner isn't gonna cook itself. Laugh out loud. Thanks, y'all. Amazing people. Thank you so much, Betty. And yeah, I get you. Would it be nice if dinner did cook itself? You could just, come home and it'd be like delicious. Oh, dinner, you made yourself delicious tonight. But thank you so much, Betty. Appreciate you. That means some shit. Food, you done put your foot in it this time. For those that don't know, when somebody say you put your foot in it, that means the food tastes really good. Put your foot in it, dinner. Oh shit. Make you have to pop your belt loose. All right, well, we got Megatron in the house. What's going on, Megatron? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, James? My take.
What's going
Y'all,
on?
I hope y'all doing all right tonight. Listen, I went to Chris Brown concert Sunday, so I'm still floating.
Okay.
There was a bucket list that I got checked off. So I'm making, so when I did my speed pipe today, I came in lukewarm. I didn't come in hot. I came through lukewarm this time, but yeah, so I saved the speed date and stuff for the speed pipe. So I just want to continue on with the kids. I know I was talking to a coworker because she's been watching, and we were discussing it today. And I told her, I said, she was like, "Oh, McKelty, I felt so bad for her." I said, "Well, I don't." She talking about, well, why? He didn't show up for, I said, if you go back to, I can't remember the season, but if you go back, Maddie, Hunter, I want to say they told her Robin won't doing nothing but manipulating her. She argued them down. No, because I can recognize when she do it. If she tries to manipulate me, I won't allow it. Now look at you. Wear the egg on your face. You and your pop-eyed husband. Because he was hyping you up in the corner. Yeah, because you'll always be mom, Robin. Because that was the season where Christina left, I think. And they were like, well, you'll always be mom. McKelty, I don't feel sorry for you. Because you saw the writings on the walls. You ignored them, continue to enter the room. Now you got egg on your face. And now it's, this past episode, well, he didn't even show up. First of all, Cody and Robin ain't got no job. So what the hell was so important when y'all couldn't come say bye to my baby Evelyn and I'm sleeping in the closet because you had twins and y'all couldn't have. Okay, what about the video chat that she pushed for this damn Christmas exchange?
Right.
Why you didn't voice chat? You see what I'm saying? It's so many ways y'all could have said goodbye to her and we wish we were there and you didn't do it. Because y'all two, Robin Hood and Thundercrotch, whatever y'all call yourselves, they just have an excuse for everything. Well, this house is so sad for me, so now I gotta move. First of all, before this even, y'all already had that house pegged. Y'all done been looked at it. Y'all done talked to the realtor. Y'all done got the square footage on it, and y'all done called the utility company. How much the utilities gonna cost us a month? Now y'all want to pretend like, oh, well, if it happens, we'll just look at it. I've been trying to find the right house for the last year. And still ain't found it. And how the hell you gonna mention it the first 2 minutes of the show, and by the end of the show, well, hopefully we'll be on the other side of Arizona, because y'all already had this house in mind. Y'all already had it. All y'all needed was the signature.
Right.
So I just, yeah. So for one, well, my first 2 points, McKelty, I don't feel sorry for you. Your siblings told you what this man was gonna do, and you and your husband. He ain't gonna do that. I don't want to allow them. They did it. And then the only reason why Janelle and Mary, now Cody trying to rush and sell Coyote Pass, because I'm with you, James. He need money for the McPalace. Because they already had that. They already knew. This is all new. And then you're gonna use your son. Well, because I found out my son died here, I don't want to be here anymore. Bruh, you're a grown 59-year-old man. Just say, look, I just want to move.
Right.
That's more authentic than coming up with a bunch of excuses to why you're doing something.
Right.
So those are just my 2 points.
No, I appreciate it. Those are strong points. Don't play it short. Those are strong points.
Okay. I was like, oh, because y'all kind of got, the speed date. And like I said, I say that for Speak Pipe. But, yeah, I just, anybody that feels sorry for McKelty, I mean, that's your choice. I just personally don't. Because, I'm like, Grandma, y'all know I'm Southern. Didn't I tell your ass not to go in there and put your hand on that hot stove? Now look at you, blistered up. Don't come in here because I ain't doing nothing for you.
Well, it's something. You Southern, you probably heard this before. Hard head make a soft ass.
That's it. And that's it. And hers is cotton soft because your siblings literally verbatim said, why do you talk to Robin? She's doing nothing but manipulating you.
Mm-hmm.
And you argued them down. Your little husband argued them down. And now both of your own Patreon want people to pay so y'all can complain about the same people that you sat there and defended. The hell?
Yeah, right.
The last 3 of her Patreons have been her complaining about Robin and Cody not coming around, not being there. Girl, this man got a whole grandchild he didn't even know existed.
And that would have been a good breaker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Maddie's pregnant. Hey, I heard you about to have an addition to the family. I just wanted to wish you congratulations. I don't have to, we have to talk or whatever. At least just try to crack the code a little bit.
Yeah. He get on the show. I didn't even know Maddie was pregnant. That was baby number 3. Shit, she on 4 now. And you talking about baby number 3 and baby 4 already here.
Right.
Like, So it's just hard for me to feel sorry for her or Tony. Like, that's what y'all asses get. That's what you get. And I just look at Christine, I just shake my head because it couldn't be my mama. You done got on national TV and dogged me out for your sorry ass daddy. Now you want me to move, drive your ass across to call him and Robin. Call him and Robin to drive your ass across the damn continental U.S. I ain't going across town for you.
Well, if you depend on your, you know what I mean, if you depend on your deadbeat ass daddy, you ain't gonna get off the block. So there's
That's
that.
what I'm saying. You ain't need going from your house to the neighbor yard. Now
Right.
you done sat here and put this man and his wife on a pedestal. You talk shit to me like I want nothing. Didn't do nothing for you. And now look who driving you across the country. He damn sure he wouldn't even video chat your ass to say bye.
Right.
That's all I can think about with this scene with Celie and Nettie to my right. Cody won't need Skype your ass. And you see, that's what you see.
Right.
McKelty is the prime example of fuck around and find out.
Right.
That's what she need to get assured. I fucked around and found out how sorry my daddy was.
Right. Yeah, you believe him. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
Believe 'em.
saying? But anyway, James, I thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to point that out because everybody keep talking about the speed dating and all that stuff.
No, I
But yeah,
appreciate
no
it. I
sympathy for
appreciate it.
McKelty. No sympathy for McKelty at all.
No,
You know.
thank you so much for bringing it up. Excellent point.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Yeah, make us try and hit that, nail meet head, because at the end of the day, I agree with her. Like, when I've always said when it comes to McKelty, because you feel like you have favor with him, or you feel like the favorite, you feel like you different. Nah, boo-boo, you just learn. It wasn't your turn yet. That's all. Like, he's going around messing with each one of the kids. It just wasn't your turn. As you sitting there, y'all just need to calm down. No, it's not that you need to calm down. He's going to be who he is. This, whether it's the scorpion and the frog, or the, the spider and the turtle, whatever your favorite parable version is, at the end of the day, he's going to do what he does. And that's what he did. He just did what he does, him and Robin. So you didn't want to recognize them for what they were. It is what it is. I mean, it's a sad thing that you had to experience it. I'm not celebrating that. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting around like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that he treated her that way.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
I love that shit. Surprise, surprise. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. And you sitting there mad now because he hurt your feelings.
Emotional damage.
Too bad, so sad, because that's just what he was going to do. He was always going to do that. But next up, we got Renee Simpson. What's going on, Renee? How you doing?
Hey everybody. Hey James, how you doing?
Doing well.
I'm so glad that the last caller I got up and told the truth. McKelty was just like Cody. She thinks she know it all. Robin used McKelty and Mary the same way that she did to get over on them. I don't like McKelty because McKelty did something that I thought was just horrible. When McKelty first got pregnant, she didn't even tell her mama. She went to Robin and told Robin first. And I thought that was just awful. Robin was not your mama. Christine was your mama. And when she did that, that let me know what type of person she was. Just like they told, like Madison told her not to get on that doggone damn horse. She got on, she wouldn't listen to nobody. She got on that, hold on. The prayer's coming in, hold on. Come on now. Just like she got, they told her, don't get on that horse. Just like she got up on that damn horse and that horse bucked her ass.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell McKelty nothing. McKelty was running back and forth to Cody and Robin and was telling them everything that the kids and the mamas was saying. It was McKelty.
Nah, I agree. I can see that.
It was McKelty. She was doing some dirt herself. Now it's payback time. Woo woo. She crying. Whole husband with his old ugly self. He crying too. But y'all had y'all noses stuck under, excuse my language for cussing. I'm from the South. They had their nose right under Cody and Robin's butt. Just sniffing away. But I didn't like it when she got pregnant. Her mama was the last to find out about it, and she told Robin. Now that was a disgrace to me. McKelty just getting back what she put in. She put in the work for Cody and Robin, and honey, they ain't even looking at her. Another thing too, when they moved into that new house they moved in, didn't they put that house in her son and her mama's name?
Yeah. It's not even in their name. It's technically under a LLC or a
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah. It's real shady, ain't it? That's as shady as it want to be. Cody and Robin ain't learned nothing. Ain't learned nothing. And have you looked at Robin lately? Robin began to look really age-old, honey. Whatever it is, honey, it's riding her back.
Well, you can only be evil for so long before that start affecting you.
The evil is coming out. The evil is showing. She can't even hide it with makeup or anything. It's there. But Cody, another thing too, people saying the kids cannot look for Cody to really be a father to them, because you have to look at like this. Cody don't think he did anything wrong.
Right.
He don't think he did anything wrong. It's not him. It's everybody else but him. And you know what? This man would never, ever say, it was me. Maybe I need to change. It's not in him. It's not in him. And he would never do that. It's not in him. He's crooked. He's a con artist, him and Robin both. And he would never say, maybe I did wrong by my kids, or go to his kids and say, I love y'all and I'm sorry. It would never come out.
Right.
So the only thing that those kids can do is go ahead, get them some therapy, and live their life the best way they know how, because they're not going to get I love you or sorry from Cody Brown. Never. So they need to just go ahead. I said all of them need to be in therapy because they have been hurt. And I said that they need to just go ahead and get them some therapy, be strong, and don't look for anything from Cody Brown, because you're not going to get it.
Right.
That's all I want to say, James.
Thank you so
I don't
much
feel
for
sorry
calling
for
and giving your
McKelty.
perspective.
I don't feel sorry for McKelty. Because McKelty was running back and forth, telling, and y'all know it, telling Robin and Cody what everybody was saying. It was McKelty. Well, low down self, just like Cody. Just like Cody. But anyway, let me get off of here. I got to charge my phone. But it's great seeing you.
You as well. Thank you for calling.
All right. All right, you take care.
All right, have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. Yeah, it was McKelty. You know, I hate to say this. Well, I don't hate to say it because that's not true. I think she's right. I think Renee's right on point. That most likely, you know, because that's what would also ingratiate you to somebody like a Cody and Robin. I've known people like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've known people like that, and they don't want to hear about like how awesome your life is. They want to know what they want to know, and they're using you as a source. So as long as you're willing to sit there and talk about the person that they don't like and tell all the intricacy business of what's going on and what's not going on, especially their failures or where they're coming up short, they love those stories. That's like candy on the tongue to them. So that's all they want to hear about. And as long as McKelty and them provide those stories, yeah, you always got to welcome Matt at the house. But if she started coming up short with them stories, that's when you get cut off. And I will say this. The only alteration I would make to something that Renee said was Cody will never take responsibility or never call him. If he goes broke or he needs them for something, then they'll get a phone call. Their phone gonna start blowing up. All of a sudden, how come you ain't talking to your daddy? I missed you. We need to get together. I need to sit there with your wallet for a minute. I need you to co-sign something. Then you're going to get a phone call. But until they need you, you're not going to hear from them. I agree with that. If they ever feel like they don't need you or, you can't help them financially, you'll never hear from them. But if they need you, they're going to blow your shit up. And the crazy part is they will not only approach you and ask you, but they will do so with an expectation that you're just supposed to do it. And what makes it even crazier is they will use or leverage the relationship that they have. I'm your daddy. You're supposed to help your daddy. You got to help your daddy. I'm your father. You should be doing all this stuff for me. That relationship didn't mean shit when it was the other way around and they wanted the conversation with him. But that's what it is. That's what I think. But we had a super chat from Lady D London, and then we're going to get to our final call for the evening with Carmel Cuties, one of the Mega Mod squad in the house. So let me pull that. And then so Lady D London said with the $5 super chat, my voice is terrible. I wasn't feeling good last night. The show is boring because they just figured out in season 20 what the audience in season 2. They are either liars or bad script writers. Yeah. I just think that I don't know. I'm curious what folks are going to say, what Karma Cutie is going to say about where the show is, but let me give Lady London a little something. Lady D London, give her a little something. Yeah, it just is what it is. Karma Cuties, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, James. How are you? Can you hear me?
Doing well.
I'm just going to say off top, I agree with everything Ari said, Megatron, and Renee. I'm going to add just a tidbit to Renee, what she said, and I think the reason she told Robin first, McKelty, that she was pregnant is because she's still holding a little animosity to Christine for not accepting Tony when they wanted to get married. Because remember how excited Christine was about Maddie and Caleb, but she wasn't that damn excited about McKelty. She felt she was too young and immature, even though they were the same age.
Right.
Now, I'm coming in with a little trigger warning tonight. So for those that might have little kids or offended by cuss words, I'm going to step out of the mod step for a moment, just a tad bit. For Cody to call the other girls sister witches, I've renamed Robin to Queen Sister Bitch. I did not like these raggedy motherfuckers and how she was like, oh, we need a house big enough for your kids. Bitch, at the end of the day, those are still legally your stepchildren. And the fact that she's so detached now, oh my God, I better never see this woman in public because I swear to God, I'll take a charge. I'm a sucker dead in the nose. Maybe in the forehead too. The fact that, and Cody kept saying, our kids. I'll give him a tad bit credit for that. But the fact that her raggedy tail kept on saying, well, your kids. She said it at least twice in Sunday night's episode. And I don't know why it got my blood pressure through the roof. Because I don't give a damn how you may feel about the OG3 and the other wives. I really don't even care that the kids, quote unquote, picked on and bullied her kids, let her tell it. At the end of the day, they saw that the treatment was unequal between Cody and her kids and Cody and the rest of them. From how he used to be when they were children to how he was when Robin came into the family, and I'll take it a step above that. When Robin gave birth to Solomon, children are innocent. They ain't got nothing to do with grown folks, including, smart-mouthed, hard-headed teenagers. At the end of the day, those are still legally tied to you because you're married to their raggedy-ass dad. And at the end of the day, if you can't even recognize, you came into this family, you destroyed this family. And the fact that you can't even acknowledge 12, but I'm going to still count Big G's because he is still Cody's son in life and in death. And the fact that y'all keep his picture in the garage thoroughly irritating. How the hell are you going to talk about you need a bigger house? because that's the house you got the call that your son passed away. But let me remind the masses, when Gabriel called you to tell you your son passed away, you didn't even get off your raggedy ass and go to the house.
Right.
You made no effort. So now all of a sudden, you're so hurt and so emotional behind your child's passing. Now, I'll never judge somebody for how they grieve. But I think Cody is full of shit. I'm sorry. I do. And he's using that because he knows when it comes to those of us that watch the show and keep paying his pockets, that's something that'll keep us tuned in. To see Cody be emotional over his son who passed. But we all are hip to the game and we know he's full of it. Now, I'll save Mary and her bunk segment and speak pipe because that's not even worth me talking about at the moment. When it came to Christine and the damn dog, who gives a dang? I've seen people comment on other creators like, oh, she's evil, she doesn't like dogs, this, that, and the third. I'm not a big dog person, and I even have a dog at home. I'm not picking up stray dogs. I'm not, oh, you need a home, let me go find where you live. Hey, if your dog got out of your yard, that is your problem, not mine. And if that makes me an evil person, so be it. But I ain't mad that Christine didn't pick the dog up, and I ain't mad that she was mad that David picked the dog up. You don't know if the dog had straight rabies, fleas, ticks, whatever. It don't matter. But yeah, that's pretty much what got me riled up. To hear Robin just say like, oh, we need a bigger house for when your kids come and enough room for our kids. Girl, all them kids is yours at the end of the day. Right. And what income Cody makes, is still going to Truly for child support. So again, that is, you are their legal stepmother. And the fact that she refuses to acknowledge any of that is a problem.
Well, because I think that at the end of the day, I think it's them once again playing in our faces, because the reason you want a big house is because you want a big house, but you don't want to say you want a big house. So you try to cover it with, I'm getting a big house for other people. I'm doing it for them. I'm not doing it because this is what I want. I'm doing it because I'm so nice and generous. And I think that that's horse shit. Cody's moving not because he got the phone call about Garrison. He was talking about moving before. He'd asked Robin about moving back in season 16.
Right.
And she refused to move. So he's already had the itch to move for a while. And now he's just using Garrison as an excuse to do it. And I think that that's just crazy as hell.
Now, I have a question for you, Jace. Do you think Cody pushed the whole selling of Coyote Pass so that he would have the extra funds to buy the McMansion 2.0?
I think that was part of it. But I think that a bigger part of it is, because I take the position that if you have a house, like say the two of us bought a house together, right? A piece of property together, right? And you wanted to sell the property. If I don't want to sell the property can't be sold.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could hold it up. If I owe you money and you say, James, let's sell the property so I can get my money back from you. Nah, I don't want. I don't want to pay you back. You know how I go. Please, come on. I need the money. Please, you're the greatest ever. As soon as you give it to me, I don't know who you are. Your phone calls don't get returned. Like that. Yeah, that position. So I think that what it is like the wives. Arguably, it's all uphill battle, but especially with them having attorneys involved. The attorneys might have said, like Mary and Janelle's attorneys might have told Cody and his attorney, look, if we go to court over this piece of property, we're not going to stop at Coyote Pass. We're going to go after the McMansion money too, especially if you guys are looking to sell it. Because if you're not looking to sell it, I can't get money from you that you don't have. But if you sell the McMansion, then they can get their cut back from you. They can get their contribution back from you. So at minimum, they might get back what they put into the McMansion. And then on top of that, they still have to divide Coyote Pass. And so as a way to sidestep that, Cody basically did what Christine did was, I'm going to give you a little bit of something, so that way I don't have to deal with the other parts of it and the confusion of like me selling County Pass and me selling my house and having to give you money from both of those sales. So I think it's a combination of the two. I do think it's a combination of the two. They having the extra money from the sale definitely helps. But in addition to that, so you have like the you're buying a $2.1 million house, you sell your other house for 1.6. There's heavy mortgages on that house, so it's not like you're getting a full 1.6. But selling County Pass, especially because that's all paid off, gives you an extra boost for you to be able to cover some of that 2.1 million for the shit show chateau. Does that make sense, or did I over explain it?
I can see that.
Yeah, I just think that because I'm looking at like the because it just I'd say all that, and the reason, and again, this is not like they called me up and asked me personally, James, what should I do? I say all that because it's just funny to me that Cody has been trying to finagle this property out from under these women since the beginning. Even as Janelle said, when they moved to Arizona, basically Robin and Cody bought a house on County, damn near on County Pass. It's less than a mile away from County Pass, that property. And you guys bought a big ass house there. So why would you build a big house on County Pass? Like, I'm not going, I think I said it on Sunday. I would never buy a house, like a big ass house in a neighborhood, and then build a house the same size as the house, if not bigger, than a house I already bought 2 blocks away. Like, I'm, you know what I mean? That's just dumb. If I'm gonna have 2 houses, I'm gonna have 2 separate houses. You know, probably get a little temperature change. When I go to one house, be in the mountains, the other house be on the beach. You know, so
I find it funny too that Janelle even mentioned that, because I know she liked the property. It still doesn't make sense to me. She invests so much money when she had no like retirement contingency plan for herself. When, from what people have reported, Coyote Pass isn't even zoned for them to make individual homes on. So they couldn't even live out there even if they did build. It's like zoned for commercial property. So it made no sense why they bought the land other for it to just sit there and make money while sitting there. Like the whole Coyote Pass plot didn't make sense overall. And then now to find out she basically was financially broke after giving a chunk of her money for them to buy the house a mile away, knowing that they weren't going to build it. Just, I don't know. The storylines now that all the puzzle pieces have come to light absolutely make no sense. And of course, they all have played in our face.
Right.
Still doesn't change the fact that Cody and Robin have played the most. Because not only do they play in our face, they played in the OG3's faces too. So
right.
That's
Just like the whole thing is ridiculous.
My apologies for the language.
No.
My apologies for those sensitive ears. It when I say it blew my top to see all this on Sunday. And I'm just like, well, every time I think Cody and Robin can't hit a new low, they amaze me by hitting a new low. Right. And that one to me is just because it's like and maybe my own triggers from my own childhood, but I know what it feels like to have step parents who treat me like pure shit, and because they didn't like my other parent. You know what I'm saying? And that has nothing to do physically with me as the child. So I can empathize with the Brown children, and God forbid that they're watching this on TV and thinking, well, damn, we thought the woman at least cared about us, but as you see, she never did. She never wanted polygamy the way they lived it. And of course, we all tuned in to see the kids, the family, the structure, how things work. But it was BS from season 1, episode 8. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's like, crazy. Man.
They definitely need a ton of healing. And it doesn't seem like none of them are going to get it the longer the show stays on.
Right. Yeah, but in order for the show to go off, they have to give up the cash. And I don't want to give up the cash, though. There's that.
Right. Well,
You know,
all the other adults have their own source of income outside of Sister Wives. The
right.
only one who doesn't is Robin and Cody. And I'm not
Mhm.
even including Special Forces as a source of income because he only did one season. And I'm pretty
Right.
sure that went towards McMansion 2.0.
Well, either that or to pay their bills down because they haven't stopped living. Like it's not like they slowed their spending. So
They definitely haven't slowed their spending.
yeah, so they
So,
got money going out all the time. So I don't know.
we shall see as the weeks continue. So,
Right,
but
right.
that's just my little spill on it. I got a couple things I'm saving for your speak pipe this week. Hopefully, I can catch it. But I did want to say, I don't know if you guys keep up with the news or not, but some of us federal employees are faced with some trying times. So those that pray, just keep us in your prayers, please.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy going to work these days and knowing we're not getting a paycheck. So I don't really care about political views or whatever else, but this is pretty hard. So y'all that pray, keep us in your prayers.
Nah, I can appreciate that. But thank you so much for calling in and sharing your opinion. I appreciate you.
No problem, y'all. You make my ride home most days amazing when I can tune in. I can't always be in the chat, but I do watch it from time to time. Sundays are my days to truly interact, or Saturdays when I come on the round table. But, I don't know. Come next week, I may have some more free time, but we'll see.
Yeah. Crazy as it is, you might be right.
Right.
Crazy
Have
as
a
it
good
is.
evening, though.
You as well. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Carmel Cuties. Working hard for the good of the Republic. The craziest thing is, and again, I'm not trying to get political either, but I think that there's so much negative attitude towards the government that a lot of times it's easy to overlook the people who work in the government for the protection and safety and life improvement of everyone in the country. Like those guys are really putting their time, energy, and effort where it counts. And a lot of times their efforts are met with they're kind of just pushed aside, or folks overlook them or pretend like it's not a big deal, but it's completely a big deal. Like they do a lot. Like the folks working in the government, they do a lot. So let's get some hearts there because, for those who don't know, they shut the government down. So folks are showing up, working a job. And imagine that shit, working a full day at your job. And at the end of the week, you don't get a paycheck. That's crazy. Now, eventually when the freeze ends or the shutdown ends, they will get their pay, but that doesn't do anything for bills that are due today. Right. So keep like she said, keep everybody in their prayers, whether you support Democrats, Republicans, Independents, doesn't matter. These people are government employees. They're what makes our country what it is. So thank you very much for your service, Carmel Cuties. Yeah, it said volunteering at this point. That's what it is, straight up. It volunteers at this point. You go on your job, and I'm telling you, I've had some awesome jobs. I've had some shit jobs, and I can tell you right now, the jobs I had, I like the people, I like the work. Jobs like, say, the best case scenario, I like the people, I like the work, but I am not showing up for free, I am not. I told one job, like, a company I really like working for, a corporation I really like working for, and I believed in the cause. And I told them, y'all turn around and try to pay me in like in products. That's my last day. Yeah, I mean, I'll pull for you. I'll root for you guys, but shit. We're not doing that. I'm a capitalist. But yeah, I appreciate you, Carmel Cuties. That's, I don't like to hear that kind of stuff. But yeah, just some of the points. Like I said, when it comes to a lot of this, I just want the shows to get better. As Carmel Cuties mentioned, like at this point, I've said this before. I don't want Sister Wives to get to a point where it's frankly just we're just watching to see how evil Cody can be. You know what I mean? What can he do to mess with these women? Like, what else can he possibly do? What can Robin do? What stupid thing can Robin say to just make her look like a bigger idiot? Like, I don't want to get to that point. I actually want to see stories. I want to see, like, get a deeper understanding of where people are. I think that is a understanding, like trying to figure out how the break from the church worked or the separation in the community worked. Are they a part of the community? From my understanding, not a part of the community, so you won't even get that part of it. So it's just like the show is losing a lot of steam, and we're going to keep up. Just as Smiley had asked, on this channel, we're going to keep going no matter what happens with the show, up or down. We're going to keep this going because we formed a what I like to think is a positive community. So we're going to keep getting together. We're going to keep encouraging each other. We're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep supporting each other, and we're going to make it happen. Right? That's what we're going to do on this, right? Yeah. That's what we're going to do on this channel. If it's, outside of Sister Wives, so be it. But it will be what it is. But they're kind of, I'm not going to bullshit y'all. Like, the Brown family is killing my ass because I'm tired of talking about the same shit with them. I'm tired of talking about the same thing. Cody Pass. What are they going to do with Cody Pass? Oh, my goodness. Cody is being so mean to them. Yeah, I mean, he's been mean to them since season 1, episode 1, where he basically said, I don't give a shit how the wives are taking it. Yeah, they're going to go through some pain, but I want another wife. So, oh, well, like, we know that what kind of dude Cody is. So we're going to, we're going to, we may have started this with 90 Day Fiance or Sister Wives, but I think that the community itself has grown past that, and we're going to continue to grow. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Let me give a shout out to the folks. Oh, we did. I think we had some super chats too. We had some more super chats. Let's get those super chats. My voice sounds terrible. I know. I apologize. Some of you are like, oh, what's wrong with him? Becky S. Remember, for 2 months up in the house. I feel like this season for so far is a whole lot of nothing. I want to see Pig and Moo relationship to deteriorate. I still want the OG3 maybe one more season. And I think that's, like, to be honest with you, I heard they were filming season 21 already. And if that's the case, like, I don't know what y'all going to talk about. I don't know what you're going to talk about. So we'll see. And here's the jacked up part about it. For those people who are rooting for the OG3 to get a spinoff, the one thing, like the lesson learned from Seinfeld, is better to leave when you're on top. If they're going to have a spinoff, it's better that they get a spinoff while the ratings were still there, the excitement was still there, and the anticipation was still there. If they sit on Sister Wives and the ratings start to slip, where I am right now, I'm going to be very honest. Where I am right now, every episode that they have that's like episode 1 and episode 2 of season 20, the further they get from a spinoff show, in my assessment. The further they get from a spinoff show. And if they somehow do grant them a spinoff, all that's going to happen is they'll get a spinoff. It'll be on maybe 2 seasons at best because TLC is hard-headed as hell. They don't know how to read a ratings spreadsheet. So they'll sit there for 2 seasons, maybe, with a spinoff, and that spinoff is going to do jack shit. And it'll just die a quiet death. It'll die in his crib. That's the way that'll work. Those shows won't even get off the ground because the people would have already been left because they were already exhausted and tired and fatigued from the stuff that they're putting on now, which is nothing at all. Once people get used to not watching you, it's over. It's a done deal for you. So Becky S had a $5 super chat where she said, I had to shorten my post. It was too long. Really? Really? We had some Whopper posts. That's jacked up. But thank you so much for the super chat. Let me give you a little something, something. Then let me give a huge shout out to Lizzie B, who gifted a One My Take on Reality membership. If you guys have memberships, feel free to join us on Saturday for the noontime members only roundtable, where I have everybody who calls in up on the screen at the same time, and we have a full-fledged conversation. It's awesome. It's a good time. Big shout out to Unlimited Lipstick. Hold on one second. Big shout out to Unlimited Lipstick. Betty Aldridge in the house. Lady D. London. And, of course, Becky S. Thank you guys all so much for your super chats. And I also want to thank Lizzie B., one of the Mega Mods, part of the Mega Mod Squad, OG, Triple OG, plus Carmel Cuties, who's in the house as well, and Brittany Not Brittany. Thank you guys so much as our moderators. Thank you guys all for your call-ins and your fantastic points. And thank you for respecting the clock and keeping the calls respectable and allowing as many people as possible to join. Thank you guys for that. And let me give you a little something, something. All right, everybody, that's my take. Guess what? We're going to be back in a couple days on Thursday, 6 o'clock for the Speak Pipe Show. If you guys want to leave your message on SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/mytakeonreality. It's a great way for you to participate in the show. If you don't have the time or you can't call in for SpeakPipe. I listen to the messages. We all listen to the messages. We play them back. I react to them. It's a great time. I have a lot of fun with it. If you don't want me to play it online or on air, just say, James, please don't play this on air. I won't play it on air. If you make a point that you want me to share with the group and then respond to that point, I will do that without playing your message. No problem. If you don't want to leave your name or whatever on there, just say anonymous. It's cool. It is what it is. But I appreciate those calls, and it's a great show on Thursday. So I'll be back on Thursday, and, of course, we'll be back on Sunday for the after show party. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. That's my take. I'm James, and this has been my take on reality. And I'm out, and I'm going to give myself some tea, y'all. My voice sounds terrible. All right, have a great night. Talk to you.